hard, and they were, I think emotionally into the game. I certainly thought we got outplayed, get outcoached in the first half, and we struggled defensively the whole game. But it's good to have a win and teach off of a win as opposed to a loss. And in particular, there's a lot of things that when you have a game with special teams are live, you're cutting guys, and so we have a lot of teaching and learning to do in the next 2 to 3 days. But I think our guys are conscientious enough to do that. We got a really good football team coming in, and so we got to get better in a hurry. And I thought that, appreciate the crowd that was there. The Zona Zoo was fantastic again. I think we'll have a great crowd next Saturday night.
Questions for Coach?
What pleased you the most tonight, would you say?
Well, when we needed to run the ball in the second half because we weren't stopping them at all on any series, I don't think we had any 3 and outs. We were able to grab control of the game with our running game. And all the backs, the guys are solid up front. All the backs ran well, the quarterbacks ran well, and so that was, to take control of the game, run the football in the second half is what we needed to do, and that's what the guys were able to do.
With all the young guys you debuted, especially on defense, how'd you feel like they handled it?
I think y'all got to watch the film to see how they graded out. I know there was a lot of nerves and they were excited, and that's to be expected. But again, there was some, we didn't play the deep ball well. I know that was a concern coming in. We lost contain way too many times. I know I was always yelling at the defensive ends to keep contain, and so I've got to watch the film to see exactly what the problems were. But we never got them off the field. And you got to give them credit. I mean, they played hard. They got some good skill guys, but we certainly can play a lot better, and I think our guys know that. But we'll watch the film and go from there.
Did you have a plan with Dawkins and Khalil, or did you just play it by ear?
Yeah, Dawkins was a starter.
No, besides playing the time or set time.
Yeah, and Dawkins was a starter, and Khalil was the backup, and we were going to play Dawkins until we felt secure, unless he was playing poorly, and he really wasn't. He missed a few things, and he was a little excited too, but he gives you a dimension in the run game, which is, they all do, all the quarterbacks do. Khalil got a little banged up because he likes to try to run over people, and that's not a good idea when you're a quarterback. But nonetheless, I think, Brandon, he was one of those guys that kind of took charge in the second half of some of the quarterback runs. I think we had 3 touchdowns called back, which was really disappointing. We got to get that fixed. But and I think 2 of them were long runs out of Brandon. But we'll keep the same rotation right now and go from there.
Between Shun and Tyrell, you had 191 kick return yards. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, that was huge. Obviously, Shun's, and I think if we'd have blocked a little better on kick return, TJ would have broke a couple more, because all he needs is a crease. He's a very explosive guy, one of the fastest guys in our league. So I think we did okay on a couple of the kick returns, but at other times they did a really good job of pinning us on the short to the side boundary, and I don't think we were able to wedge our blocks very well. But we got good returners. We knew that going in. We just got to do a better job holding them up at times.
Did you go into the game expecting to put Rhett in at some point, or was it just because Khalil got hurt?
Yeah, he was the third guy. If we went to the third guy, he was going to be the third guy. But him and Donovan are like 3A and 3B, so I wouldn't hesitate to put Donovan in the game either. They're freshmen, but we'll see what Khalil's like. I don't think he's serious, but we'll see what he's like. But Brandon's a starter. We'll see. I think he'll keep getting better.
Okay. Coach, your thoughts on the passing game from tonight?
Ours?
Yes, sir.
Was there one? We didn't have to throw it in the second half. In the first half when we had to, I think we were okay. We missed a few things, and frankly, we didn't call as many because we didn't think we had to. Plus, we weren't getting any 3 and outs, so we were trying to give our defense a little bit of rest and trying to control the game by running the football, which we were able to do in the second half a little bit. But we worked really hard at it. We took some things that were there, but we'll be able to throw the football. We'll be okay.
Coach, this is the most speed you've had since you've been in.
I don't know. That's a good question. I think we definitely have a couple guys that are game breakers, and we have a couple guys that we're deeper at running back if we stay healthy than we've been probably since I've been here. So that's a good thing. And our quarterbacks can all run. Every quarterback we got is pretty athletic and can run. And that gives you. So we're playing with 11. That's a good thing. I told our guys, we're gonna play with 11, including the quarterback run game.
Coach, when you see Khalil go down like he did or come off to the side with a apparent injury, do you have any concern about the run game from that point forward, especially when you bring him back?
I have concern anytime any player goes down. But that's, I mean, I would think, it's just like a parent watching their son go down, they're like, that's, so you already worry about that. But if you're trying to say I'm not gonna run the quarterback because I'm afraid of getting hurt, no.
On that
I mean, I
run
think a
game,
quarterback's not a good idea to try to run over people. That's probably a good idea. But we will play with 11.
on that run game, 500 yards twice in a row. I don't know, it goes back to last season. Has that ever happened to you before?
Oh, I don't know. Did it had happened here?
No.
Oh, that's good. Set a record. No, I don't know. I didn't think we blocked well in the first half. Again, I don't think we did anything well in the first half. But our guys didn't panic, and then I think we had two long runs. Two of Brandon's long runs were taken back, and they could have been good calls. I don't know. I'll have to watch the film.
Rich, how was it seeing Rhett get in and doing what he did? He scored the touchdown. If you can separate.
Yeah, I told Nate, I said, well, we were going to run sneak because he's on the one, but Nate kind of deserved the touchdown probably because he kind of took it down there. But Nate, those guys are all unselfish. But when Rhett goes in there, I'm looking at it not as there's the quarterback. I mean, what plays are we calling with him as a quarterback as opposed to, hey, that's my son. No, we're trying to score, and when he was in there, we were milking the clock too a little bit and running it down some. So, and we were doing we were just running the ball. We weren't throwing it. We were shortening the game a little bit.
Tony Ellison had his first career college touchdown, led the team in receiving tonight. Can you talk about his development in the offseason?
Yeah, Tony has been a guy I've been really waiting for a couple of years because we've seen, all of our guys have seen him in practice. He's an explosive, quick, twitchy guy that's really good in the open field. And I know he got one of them, but there's still more to come. He and Shun Brown have given us two experienced guys in the slot, and then along with TJ, Tyrell Johnson, we got three pretty shifty guys that are really valuable. We missed them a couple times a day, I think, in some of the passing games for big plays, but I trust Tony for a lot of stuff.
Coach, how do you think Rutt and Elby's played overall today?
It's hard for me to really judge. I don't think anybody defensively played really well. I think Demetrius had a couple picks. It was big plays. Brandon almost had a great effort, but it's hard for me to say that anybody played well defensively when you give up 562 yards and don't get any 3 and outs. But again, I got to watch the film and say, well, maybe it was just a great play by them, or maybe there's one guy here and there. It's hard to say that we had anybody play really well.
Last question for Coach. How big of a factor is it to have your freshman place kicker kick 9 touchbacks out of?
Yeah, he's got a great. I've seen him kicking deeper than that. Even the ones he didn't kick out, he angled really well. So if it would have been in, it would have been pinned inside the number. So I should have let him kick a couple more extra points. And Josh would let him. Josh's not selfish, but Lucas did a great job kicking off, and he is a weapon. That is one less thing to worry about if you can kick them all in the end zone. That's for sure.